Bing. New York. It's tongue twisters.
You're good.
Rolling.
Yeah, rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to have such a model sitting right next to me. I even can feel the smell coming from the aura when she walked to the space today. Pearl is known for many things, and as you can see, she's not only beautiful, but she's also Jewish like myself, and she happened to left the Hasidic Jewish community, having 5 kids, and became a nude model. And Pearl won a battle in legal court. So I'm certain that some of the advice that she is willing to share with you today would be quite fundamentally useful and may change your life for some folks who are might consider follow her footsteps. So my first question to you is, let's see, you would rather have a mind opened by wonders than one that's a close by behalf. That's your quote. By whom that quote is?
Greg Segel, who I
Okay.
think was a criminal lawyer who
Okay.
won every criminal case.
Oh my God, that's interesting. And so my first question to you is on your accomplishments. Obviously, you're a fashion designer. You are visionary artist. You create so many things as an artist, as an activist and producer. And I see theatrical, exclusive, seductive, luxurious events you do. So I've seen quite a bit of press on you. So our first question is, how did you manage to get so much media coverage?
All right, so
Is there any
It's-
secret to
well,
what you do that you're willing to
to be-
share with the audience?
to be honest, after I've done everything, I had evaluated what I've done and realized that the answer to that is integrity and not being afraid of sharing the truth. Many of us, when we're in a battle, we file wrong litigations against our other partner just to be vindictive, and that was not at all my journey. My journey was just to make sure that the children stay with both parents, and so therefore I managed to be able to get the media coverage since there was nothing that I needed to hide or any of that. It was all outright.
What did you do? You reach out to the media, or they found you? Like, how did you get your media
So-
attention?
How did I get media attention?
They come to
So
you? How
they
did they
came-
discover to you?
Well, I would say they came to me. I mean, depends what you call coming to me. My story was out publicly due to my nude
Unusual
modeling.
case, modeling.
Due to my modeling, I was out
But
there
a lot
publicly.
of models. There are how many hundreds and if not thousands nude models?
Well, I was a
you got-
mother who left a Hasidic lifestyle,
Okay.
left a community,
So
and
very
a single
unusual
mother in a
story.
custody battle when it's going out and doing nude modeling.
Do you think
So
those folks who helped you to coverage, they had their own agenda, or it was specifically?
everybody
just-
has an agenda, and that's okay. We all, the best of us have
Right.
agendas, as long as it's a kind agenda. And so I utilized that power that I had to, reach out to the
So
media.
you had a cause. That's why you got that much media attention. If you had something else, you probably would not have it. Correct?
I probably would not have it if I would have a history of, ugly, dirty litigations against my ex.
But you had a
And
noble
also,
cause.
I had a very noble cause, and there was no dirt. There was no mudslinging on my part.
I
So the media is really afraid to touch cases that are not very clear to them. And
And
my
then they
case
find
was very,
something
very
else.
clear. Besides that, who doesn't like to speak about a nude model who's a mother of 4 children and just left a Hasidic lifestyle? That's amazing. I mean, that
Okay.
to the media is like hot potatoes.
Okay, let's move to the next question. How did you manage to win custody while being outspoken model, activist, and nude model, while all this being in the cult? You basically not prepared once you leave the cult. You don't know what's out there. How did you manage to be so successful? It's all the lawyers, the whole community. Like they all come together to fight to get those kids inside.
Absolutely. And what you said is exactly what it is. I was up against an elephant, and how I won, I actually lost at first.
David and Goliath. That's a
As soon as I
classical
lost,
story.
I lost at first, but then as soon as I lost, when I got, I'm like, I'm a Leo. So as soon as I found out I lost custody of my 4 kids, I knew at that moment that I was going to do anything to make sure these kids don't lose a mother. And so my whole view at how to fight this whole situation changed. I became an empowered woman over a scared and frightened woman. I walked into court questioning the judge and asking him, well, do the kids have a mother that puts them to sleep? Are they happy? Are they doing well in school? So what's with all the mudslinging? Who cares if I do nude modeling? How does it affect the children? I actually looked at the judge and I questioned the judge. And needless to say, I did hire a the biggest attorney in New Jersey to fight the case.
Now that we know that you're really fighter and you have serious guts to get to where
I
you
have
want
balls.
to be, yes. How do we fight the bullies with the balls? And that's not really people.
So fighting the bully is very clear to me. And this is something I wish I could spread like wildfire. It's shedding light and to embrace the truth while exploring it to others, which means people are very manipulated by the bullies. Like the bullies will tell you, I will expose this and I will expose that and the trick to overcome the bully is show them that you are not afraid to be exposed. What is it about me, unless I killed somebody or I robbed somebody? Expose me. So as soon as you take that avenue, it kind of the whole entire bullying kind of dies down, and people get to see clearly who we are talking about. And so when at first when they started talking about me that I was the nude model and I was having promiscuous and an exhibitionist, when I approached the media and said, so what? It wasn't anything anymore.
But I think what
I shed light on it. I was like,
the reason why you got so much media attention, why you won the case for kids, was an ability and honor in it. Even though that people think that being a model is something wrong with that, and it's actually what you do has a lot of honor in, and when you take a higher route here, that's what gets you to win the case.
It's a higher route. It's also I am an artist, so my nude modeling was everything I do. Was around art. It was. It wasn't. There was again, and I actually do. Appreciate those who do nude modeling not for art, yet everything I've done was with the artist's perspective, with poetry, with song. So there was nothing for them to say, oh, she's hurting the children.
I see. Let me take you guys to our next question. How's that your mother of 5 kids and looks so fit while you just been giving a birth to the 3 months ago?
Yeah, so it's a lot of hard work. I have 4 kids. I had 4 kids when I was 24, and then I just had my 5th one 4 months ago. I don't stop working out, and I am very in control of the food I eat. I am very in control of any intake in my body, and that is a difficult thing, and it's kind of being conscious.
Do you think some people just have genetic or because I work in the borough park, I see those girls who have 10 more even kids, and it's very difficult for the body, for a female body to produce that many birth, and at that early age they start really young. Like how did you manage to sustain? Do you think it's because of genetic, or it's like also has some parts of you working out? And
it's definitely not genetic, because when I was 24 years old, my body suffered a tremendous blow due to having my very small body, due to carrying kids, and in 4 years I had 4 kids, so 4.5 years. So I would definitely say it's not genetics. At that point, I kind of woke up to the reality, and I said, if I don't take care of myself, no one will, and I'm a woman alone. I got to be on top of my game. So it's yoga that I do, it is personal training that I do, and whatever I have, that is my focus. I start my day with yoga. I start my day with personal training. I have my green juices 3 times a day. And another aspect, I'm getting older, I'm young, and I love embracing my body, but I do do a lot of research prior to going to any sort of plastic surgery. I have done my
Okay.
breast augmentation, and I've done a lot of research. And what I see, looking at women, is that there's a lot
How
of
do you
cheap.
do research? Is that based on reviews, or you talk to the surgeon? Like, what's the to choose this one versus the other one?
Well, it's doing a lot of, just research,
Mm-hmm.
reading up a lot of articles, seeing the schools they attended, the surgeons, meeting them,
Mm-hmm.
reading testimonials, meeting people personally, because reading testimonials and all that can be fake.
Yep.
Meeting personal people, taking the time to talk to the doctor and scare him off and let him know exactly what you want, that you don't want to look like a plastic, but you want to preserve. My key wording to the doctor was, I want to preserve my youth. Don't make me look fake, preserve it for me. And
Gotcha.
so he was very, his name is Dr. Hamaway, and what I read about him really, and then I went to meet him, was that for him, every person is a piece of art. He doesn't look at somebody as, let's make him look like something not real, but
Okay.
let's enhance what they already have.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I mean,
Quite a story.
it's a short little time, but
Last question for you guys. How can you throw sexy? Um all those high-end luxurious parties in New York, and let you're not a polygamist or a swinger.
all right, okay, so I do throw, I'm a production, I'm an event producer. Um, I do throw parties in
Maybe we should
New York City.
have a party here at the YouTube space where that
Oh,
would be
are you kidding me?
uh,
I'm down.
amazing
It's a
space.
lot of work, but I'm down. This is my passion. I'm a visionary artist, and I do, separate of that, Pearl Perry Company, I do visionary art. Most of it, I use nude models from all genders.
That might be
Um,
an issue here.
From all, well, we can always accommodate.
Okay.
That's not an issue. We can always accommodate. I'm a production company, which means I don't only produce my own events. I'm hired by big corporate companies to do it for them.
Brick will allow that. Brick Free Media will allow to do nude as long as it's free speech. That's why it's called free speech.
Okay,
We can
so
do it
there
there.
you have. I mean, I'd be excited to do it. I mean, I'm having my next event June 30th. It is very similar to the Queen of the Night, a combination of, but more immersive and more sexy. And going back to the question is, how am I able to throw such parties, even though I am not a polygamist and I'm not a swinger? And it took me time to decide that I'm not a polygamist and not a swinger. When I left the Hasidic community, I was trying to make up for a lot of lost time. I had a lot of love to give, and I had a lot of passion. So, and my view of the world was, all love, all kindness, all peace, and it still is. But then I learned really, really quick that when it comes to sexuality, you got to be very, 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 very selective. It's the energy that you share with someone else that you get back, and then it continues. And so what I've gotten really hurt in this community of, and therefore I decided to build something that takes my visionary art talents, takes my fashion, and takes my exhibitionism, yet brings it to a level of a spiritual, ritualistic level, helping people heal. Most of us humans are really hurt. Most of us are from sexuality, whether it's, that it starts from being molested or raped, and then it goes into just bad experiences. And so what I try to do with my events is just to stabilize the energy, and it's not about sex, it's about people communicating, connecting for real, like authentic connections. And then we do have some spaces for people to connect. More than that, we have people who walk out with people, and that's really my ultimate agenda. And when I see some couples, losing themselves, that's my job. I walk around with different mineral stones to balance the energy. I'll come over to the guy, I'll crack a joke, I'll go to the woman, kind of facilitate the energy, and I see how they're just flowing afterwards and glowing. And some of them, women, have come over to me and told me how I've restored their belief in event parties like that. And that is my purpose. along with running a business.
Is there a way for the folks to reach out to you, like Instagram, or what would be the best way to your website, or what would be the best way to probably have assistant handles your media? Like
You just mentioned Instagram. I vanished off Instagram. I woke up last week, Instagram took me off, and that happened 3 times already. I lost 25,000 followers like that because of my nude art that I do. But that's okay, it doesn't stop me. Facebook,
Facebook
I
maybe?
have 5 different, well, you can message me at Pearl Reich or Pearl Perry Reich, and I have 5 of those. Unfortunately, for the same reason, because I keep on getting blocked all the time. I have Twitter under elohayonim.com. I have Twitter under Pearl Reich. I am on everywhere. Tumblr are the uncensored images. Honestly, I'm everywhere. You can find me, and you just elohayonim.com, and
Thank
you can
you.
message me from there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you so much.
hopefully Pearl will come back, and thank you for your attention.